everybody. So this practice that we're going to do is just a really good wind down that you can do before bed, or you can do this just after a long day, or if you're feeling when you wake up not as restful and you need a little bit more relaxation. This is really going to be a great practice for you to do and really unwind kind of the patterns of the body for more clarity, for more peace, and just for more presence. So what we're going to do is I have a towel here. We'll be opening up the hamstrings a little bit. So if you need like a prop, or if you have a yoga strap or a towel, you could even use a belt that you might have at home. That will also work. And that's really all you're going to need. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started on our backs and just set your prop to the side. And roll all the way down and hug your knees towards your chest. And feeling the compression of the thighs to your torso. You can feel a nice length in your back body, opening up through the shoulders, through the back lungs. A little compression into the kidneys. Starting to release your day. Just notice how this feels in your body. You might need a little sway back from side to side if you're super tense. Just noticing where your breath is residing right now. Noticing what's happening within you. Maybe just reflecting on what's happening outside of you as you can start to let that go and come into your body. Okay, so what we'll do is you're going to set your feet towards the ground. You're going to find your prop if you need it. We're going to start on the left leg actually. So the prop is going to go around either the ball of the left foot or the arch of the left foot. So if you're feeling a little bit more constricted into your lower back, it's going to go into the arch of your foot. But if you're pretty open, into the ball of the left foot. And then press through that left heel. So we're not going to overdo it in the hamstring. We're just opening the muscle in the joint of the back of the knee joint here. Just nice and easy. So deep breaths. You want to go to your edge, but about 1% below that. So that you're really giving your body and your nervous system the message that you're here to relax, you're here to calm. You're here to find grace in your body. A few more breaths. The knee is bothering you at all, just bend your knee a little bit more. Just continue to straighten and flex through the leg. Or rather extend. Good. Then gently you're going to shift your left foot out to the side a little bit, half happy baby pose. So you might need your prop, you might not. You wrap your left hand around your foot. And just feeling that left femur will go and get heavy into your hip socket. Now sometimes that right low back wants to pop up, but keep that down. You might have to adjust your pelvis a little bit. And then maybe take your right arm out to the side. Left leg is scooting out towards the out left side body. So opening up, lengthening through the back body. Last breath. And then gently start to release. Go ahead, take your prop out to the side, straighten your right leg. Couple of hip circles on that left side. Yeah, it should feel nice on the lower back. And then using that right hand to let the left leg follow over the right side. So same thing here. Just want to take like a compassionate twist here. Nothing huge. So just finding that edge of what feels tolerable, what feels good, what feels open, what feels steady, and what feels at ease. So maybe even rest that right hand underneath your left leg. If you have a little bit more capacity, you could straighten that left leg, right hand towards the outer left foot. If you're more advanced, and stretch that left arm out to the side. It's a big pose, big twist. One more breath. And then slowly start to bend the left knee. And come back to neutral. Left foot goes down, right foot goes down. Walk those heels back. We're going to find bridge pose. So ground into the heels, spread your toes. Lift your outer hips off the mat. And then pressing the forearms and the back of the arms into the ground. Softly and gently. Lifting the tip of the thigh bone up towards the sky. The glutes are engaged, but the heels and the feet are doing most of the work. So press into the balls of the feet. And exhale, slowly release. Hug your knees back to chest. Give yourself that little rock from side to side. And just pause with the thighs compressing the torso. Relaxing the jaw and the neck. Left foot comes down. We're going to loop up that right ball of the foot or sole of the foot. And again, just a nice edge. Nothing too much. We're just, again, giving our body the message it's time to calm. Press through the heel, flex the toes. Good. Maybe straighten the leg a little bit more, or even bend the leg and bend the knee if you need to. If you feel like you're overdoing it. You got one more breath. And then slowly happy baby pose. We'll bend the right knee, taking the right hand to the outside of the right foot. You might need the prop still or not. And just again, just a gentle compression of the right femur into the hip socket. Nothing too much. Meet yourself where you're at tonight. This is what it is right now. Allow that to be present. And then breathe into it. Give it space, give it attention, give it some love with your breath. Drawing that right knee in, release your prop, pull straight the left leg, take some hip circles of the right hip, right leg. And then supine twist. So knee falls to that left side, right arm comes out. Palm can be up or down. Can support that right knee with your left hand, straighten the leg if you want a little bit more. Broadening and lengthening through the back body. Like you're pulling that right knee away from your right hand, just gently. Wringing out the spine. Inhale, come back to center. Hug the knees to the chest. Let the feet come down. One more time, lift up bridge pose. Inhale. And exhale down. But we're going to roll to either side of the body. We're going to come up to tabletop and start to find some cat-cow. So just circulating through the spine. Kind of just like a counter pose. Feel the knuckles of your hands connect with your mat as you do this. You're going to bring your lungs forward on the cow face pose and then exhale round into the body. Crown of the head goes down. And an inhale. Still light on your hands. You don't want to push down too much. And exhale around. Maybe one or two more. And then round. Okay, so I'm going to face you as if I was mirroring you. And what we're going to do, and you might actually want to move sideways on your mat so that your feet and your knee will stay on the mat. You can also just do this facing the top of your mat. Depends on the floor or the cushioning of your knee. So you're going to take that right foot out to the side. You're going to come up, so you want that left hip stacked over your left knee. You can keep your right toes pointing forward or flick them up to the sky. But if you flick them up, sometimes there's a tendency to dump into that left hip. You want to push it forward so you keep your head over your spine. But hands can come to the hips. Take a full breath in. Bring your lungs forward and up. And then maybe you can take that right hand to shin, towards your thigh. Then you can just stay right here and kind of tilt. So now you start to lean without pushing your left hip out. Keep it nice and neutral. Slide that right hand down and reach your left arm up. Good. So get that left lateral side body. Take a pause. Lift the right side of the rib cage up to the sky just slightly. And as you exhale, you're going to come down. You're going to take your hands like they were in tabletop, okay? So what you can do from here is maybe just walk your hands out like you're doing a puppy dog pose. Forehead comes to the ground, or you can take a twist and slide that right arm underneath the left if you have the capacity, and drop the shoulder down. That's also too much. Just start to bend your right knee towards tabletop and then thread the needle. So a few different options here. Good. A couple more breaths. Slowly come up to the center. If you want, you can take a couple more rounds of cat-cow, possibly a downward facing dog if that's in your practice. Whatever you need. And then we'll do the other side. So this time we'll take the left foot out to the side, coming all the way up. Notice what you need on this side of your body without dumping into that right hip. Toes look up, toes point forward. Good. We're going to take that left hand down. You can stay right here, just a little bit of a tilt. Or slide your hand down the thigh and then reach that right arm up and over. So get really deep into that right lateral side body. Left rib cage lifts up. Take a breath. Good. Soften the jaw. Stabilize from your pelvic floor. And then inhale, come up. Hands come back towards that tabletop shape. Again, towards a puppy dog pose. You're going to lift your palms off the mat, melt your heart. Take your twist with your left arm, left side of the head coming down. It's a little bit more advanced. Or you can take your left knee back to tabletop and then thread that left arm underneath. So remember, you never want to twist from your lower back, just from the shoulders, just kind of guiding gently. It's a gentle practice. Inhale, rise back up. Good. One more round of your cat-cow, possibly a downward facing dog. And then we'll come back to the knees. Good. Doesn't matter which way you face. I'm going to go back to the side. A bound angle pose, so soles of the feet together, knees wide. Sliding your heels back just as close as it feels comfortable towards your pelvis. Sort of really tall. So pull your elbows back slightly to bring your lungs forward. Good. Feel the crown of the head and your head stacked right over your spine. Feel the distance, or notice the distance between the ears and the shoulders. So you're just creating length. That's the purpose here. Connecting with both sides of your hips and your sit bones. And then exhale, gently start to release and fold forward. Finding that edge, you don't want to go beyond it. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can start to walk your hands out and fold. Spread through your toes. You want to spread your toes to support the knees. Yeah. Maybe even use your thumbs to kind of give the arches of your feet a little bit of a massage. Lots of different variations in this pose. You could also hold the tops of your feet. Just make sure you're not pushing the knees down in the butterfly pose too much. You want to support the kneecaps, the muscles and the connective tissues that are surrounding the joint. Broadening and opening through the lower back, the sacrum. And then slowly start to sit all the way up. I'm going to straighten the legs, just kind of point, flex the feet, roll out the ankles. Let the shoulders roll back so you're in stack pose. Again, bringing the lungs forward to stack the spine. And then slowly you're going to find your way all the way onto your back again. Good. Point your toes up to the sky. Roll out the ankles. Spread the toes again. Good. So one more little hip stretch. We'll take the feet down. Reverse pigeon pose. So you're going to take that right outer ankle to the top of the thigh. So you can either stay right here and just gently press your right hand to the thigh, okay, or just let the right outer ankle connect to that top of the left thigh. If you want, you could thread the needle, a little bit more of a deeper stretch. Another option is to completely cross the right knee over the left and reach for the outer ankles if you're a little bit more advanced. So again, just noticing what you need. There's always something for everybody. And relax into the body. Just continue to let go. Flex through your toes if you're in whichever variation that you're in. And then slowly release. You're going to take that right foot down. Take your feet about as wide as your mat. Just let the knees fall back from side to side. Like your feet are on a swivel. Gently let your knees go back side to side, nice and slow. And gently we'll go the other side, left outer ankle to the top of the right thigh. Pause here, left hand to inner thigh, or just let the leg kind of just rest. A little bit more interlacing. This is more passive, more opening, or possibly crossing the right knee over like a Gomukhasana leg. And then hand to ankle, spread through the toes. As you exhale, just feel the back lungs compress a little bit more, but really compressing to open, to detox, to unravel any patterns, right, of hunching over too much, or maybe even just mindlessly going through the day. We're here to intend to calm and relax. And then release, feet come down, letting your knees, again, one more time, go from side to side. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. If that doesn't feel good, you can also take your feet down. Let your feet remain at the outer edges of your mat and knees lock in. So kind of taking whatever you need, and then resting one hand towards the upper rib cage and the one hand like right below the throat, so the top of the sternum bone. And think about like an expansive breath. Like it's expanding wide beyond you, beyond your body on the inhale. And then exhale, just coils back into your body. Maybe even letting the breath out through the mouth. Do that 2 more times, so inhale. And exhale, just let all the garbage go, the thoughts that don't serve you, the fears, just anything. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Arms come alongside the body, legs go out straight. Finding yourself in this constructive rest pose. Also known as Shavasana. So you can stay in this for as long as you need. If you'd like legs at the wall, you can also do that. But other than that, I'm going to pop off. It was so great to be with you today. Thank you so much, and enjoy.